Hi there. Today I'm building bag 7 of LEGO's Hogsmeade Village set 76457. Here you can see what was built from bags 2 through 6. If you're interested, I've got a playlist of the previous videos in this series on my channel. And here with bag 7, we're getting to start out with the minifig. And according to the bottom of the box, this minifig is Draco Malfoy, who is a character in that series that makes me very, very sad. And that, sure, he's a rotten child, but he grows up to be kind of a rotten adult too. It's been a while since I watched the movies, or I didn't read the books, but I listened to the audio of them, and I don't remember Draco having much of a redemption, really. I think he got a lot of explanation for why he was rotten, but not redemption, if that makes any sense. But here we have what I'm guessing is a relatively young Draco. Not like the kid size legs, so he's not like the super young, maybe in the middle to later book. Well, not later books, but in the middle books, maybe. But we're gonna set him off to the side and continue on with the building. And it looks like we're starting out with just a couple of pieces to start maybe we're doing the second level of Honeydukes here. And yeah, so we need 2 of these little rounded 1x2s, and we're gonna need a whole bunch of little 1x1 plates, and it's gonna be also 4 these guys, the little hand looking bits on them, and another one of those, and a whole lot of these guys. And it's gonna be like that. Little claw guy on either side, and a 1x1 plate on either end, and then that gets topped off, and it goes up there. And we're going to build another one of the same of these. And that guy is all together. And I believe it's that guy's going there. And then like so. And then going on to the next step, we've got these little gray 1x1 blocks and a couple of 1x3 blocks and this green 2x2 block, and they gonna looks like go up here like this. start building up the second level. Okay. And flipping the page. We're gonna need a couple of these L blocks and 2 of these 1x2s with the stud on the front. And looks like they are gonna go up here like so. And moving on to the next part, we've got some more. Oh, there we go. It's like stud here, or I guess a snot brick, those are commonly called. And a couple of these little wedge shapes. And looks like they are making some detail for the stonework on the front of the building. And like that. Okay. And we're rotating the whole build around here. Say hello to Mrs. Flume. Still hanging out in her shop. Okay. Got 1x2 with the little texture detail. 1x4 brick. A little L-shaped guy. And this partially smooth plate. And oh, we're gonna need 2 of those plates. So grab another one here and let's start build it up. Oh, excuse me. I had to suppress a sneeze there. Start building up the baseboards of the wall, I guess you could say. And those plates go there. Okay. And we need a 1x6 round plate and 2 of, oh, I apologize for any loud bumps on the microphone there. 2 of those and 1 more, a little rounded guy here. And those are gonna go up on what I'm guessing is going to be the windowsill later on. And like that. And let's see. Oh, we got a sticker in this one. So it's going to be 2 of these blocks and 2 of those. And then each one of those blocks is going to get a sticker that says self-rising or self-baking flour. So put that on there. That was out of frame, wasn't it? Let's see if I can get the next one a little more in frame while I try to get a reasonably straight sticker. Alright. And a little top for the self-baking flour over here. And another one over on the other side. I'm guessing the top of Honeydukes is where a lot of the ingredients and baking tends to be. Alright. And I got some more skulls involved here. Like there was that one down in the little display case before. But these are... Oh, those aren't not windowsills. They're shelves here for the ingredients. I think that's what those are. But I'm guessing these skulls are doubling as jars. Let's see, we got a couple of these brass tap looking guys. Gonna go up on here. And another next to it. Maybe hot and cold taps or that sort of thing. Though I don't see like a sink or anything they're draining into, so be careful when you turn those taps on, huh? Alright, and then it's calling out for green and blue, and then red and pink, and then I think it's a yellow and clear. Not exactly the Roy G. Biv that I learned growing up, but let's see. Is that all our pieces for that step? That is. All right. And then the next step is just going along and putting tops on all these jars full of the various ingredients for the various confections sold in the store downstairs. I'm guessing, anyway. So that's pretty cute little stock room we got going so far. And let's see. Got a little 1x2 base plate and this wildly complicated little block. And we've got 2 of these on the front of it for, and I'm guessing is like a little chest of drawers there. And moving along. Looks like we're putting a window together next. So we got our little window frame and our pane of glass. And try to snap these guys together. And pop it up there. And I got a whole lot of this more emerald green going on around on this surface up here. Oop. And That's what happens when you're not as agile as you could be. Let's try this again. There you go. Come on. There we go. And oh, I got this guy in the wrong place at the same time. I'm a real professional on this one, huh? There we go. And oh, is it Bob Ross always used to talk about the there are no mistakes, just happy little accidents. Let's say that's my equivalent of the happy little accident. And okay. I'm gonna move on to step 122. And we got 2 of these guys and 2 of these little sandy green looking handle guys and and another little chocolate frog. Yeah, I don't know if you can see these guys super good, and but their the little figures are pretty cute. And he is gonna go up in here, and I wouldn't recommend a chocolate frog basking in the sun, but it's wintertime in Hogsmeade Village, so let's hope he'll be okay and not melt too much. Alrighty. And we have another window with some of the metallic yellow, so kind of gold or brass shutters on here. And that it's gonna go up here, which makes for a nice little hidey hole for our chocolate frog friend. And we're starting to put together a little tower on the top of the store, which feels like it's going along pretty quick. And then might have to pull it in to maintain a reasonable frame on the shot. And then one little stud on top should finish that guy up. And gonna start putting together some of the bric-a-brac inside the shop, or the upstairs kitchen, storeroom, that sort of thing. Well, cups and bottles and a little mixing bowl, cauldron maybe. Gonna go up over here. And let's see, it wants a dark gray. Or not dark gray, what is that? More of a bluish, yeah, and then a little clear green on top. Goes inside the little cauldron. Alrighty. And we have another little textured piece and a 1x3 and little wedge-shaped guy. Might back this up a little. More room for my hands. And we're doing another level up on this wall here. And looks like we got another window going. So we've got this little gray frame and the little part in there, and got one of these ones with the groove on it, and topping it off with a bit of stone for what, guessing that's more of a like a heating vent kind of situation, not a window. Like a grate for over a heating vent, I think is what that's more meant to convey. Okay, and we're further building up the wall over here. And like so. And we've got this normally like a frying pan looking situation. It's gonna go on this block. In this context, I think maybe it's like a clock with like a, you know, one of those hang down bits that goes back and forth. Up over here, though it doesn't have a clock face in it. But I think that's what they're conveying there. And then we'll build up that wall a little more. All right, and I've got kind of a mini build that goes together before you put it on the wall sort of situation over here. And little edge here, all like so. And that continues on up over here. And one more of these wedges that builds up that wall. Hopefully that's not the worst angle ever. Nope. And I knocked out the poor little owl. And let's see, moving on to the next part. I have got 2x3 plate, this little rounded guy, and 1x2 plate on top of that, and that plate there goes on top of the wall, and that is everything for bag 7. So thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Hope you're all having a good day. Please remember to do all the YouTube things, like, comment, and subscribe, and you'll see me in the next one. Thanks.